Welcome to BELatina. I am Karen Sierra, and today we're joined by the attorney and Talking Parents founder, Stephen Nixon, and the director of marketing, Heather Ruiz. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Stephen, the inspiration behind Talking Parents has been absolutely amazing. I want you to tell me a little bit about it.
Well, thank you. The original idea for Talking Parents came to me when I was practicing family law here in the state of Florida. And in doing that, I immediately became aware and started to notice that every one of the cases that I was dealing with, all of my clients were having the same sort of issues with communication with the other parent. And then they would be providing me with just stacks and stacks of email printouts and text message printouts and in preparation for going to court. And then when we would go to court, we would waste lots of time just simply trying to establish what the parents themselves have been saying to each other. And so I went back to try and find that kind of a service, and it didn't exist. And that was back in 2010, and that's where I got the idea originally to build Talking Parents.
Tell me exactly how the app actually works.
So you can go to our website or download it from either the Apple or Google Play Store. We've got a messaging section, we've got video and phone calling. We also have a shared calendar. You can transfer payments within the application as well. All of this is recorded, it's all time-stamped, and it's available to both parents to have this single record that should either of them need to go back to court or speak to their lawyers about various things. Everything is there and accessible at any time.
I love the fact that you just joined all these different apps that we normally would have to use before, and there were multiples, because if you wanted to share money, it's going through one app, texting, video, messaging. So the fact that everything's all in one app just makes it so much easier and user-friendly.
Yeah, and it's really great because as a co-parent myself, I know that every aspect of my life, I don't necessarily want my ex-husband, a part of. So having everything in one place, in one single app, kind of also keeps that relationship in a silo so that you can move on with your life without having that kind of as an aspect
reminder
of all the
Absolutely.
time. Exactly.
I think that's wonderful.
As an attorney, I'm thinking about what I would need when I go to court. But the fact is, if the parents are utilizing Talking Parents, and they know that everything that they're saying to each other, and all the conversations that they're having, and the files that they're sharing, and the calendars that they're keeping, if they know that all of that is being kept in one place on a perfect record that's designed to be used in court, then the hope is, and what we've seen over time, is that people take those conversations a little bit more seriously. People don't go back to court. And so even though the idea for Talking Parents came from my experiences in court and wanting to develop a service to help me as an attorney, or to help the judges, the ultimate effect is to help parents resolve more matters on their own, and it improves the lives of their children. And then if an issue does come up that they can't resolve, and they do have to go back to their attorney, they do have to go back to court, it should take significantly less time for their lawyer to prepare their case.
Now talk to me a little bit about the testimonials. I was reading some, and everyone that has been using this app is thrilled.
We pretty much changed the way that we communicated by using the Talking Parents app. We've both gotten to a place where we get along in front of our kids, and that's so important to me, to keep them out of the arguments and to keep them out of the divorce.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We hear a lot from our users, all the way from, the easy stories of, thank you so much, this makes everything a lot easier, it gives me peace of mind, all the way to, this application has saved mine and my child's lives. And so it helps them focus more on their children and moving on with their lives, as opposed to the divorce or the separation and dealing with their ex.
And that's what's most important. And I'll tell you, although I'm not a parent myself, I know many friends of mine that unfortunately are going through tough situations with divorce, and they do have children. So I am more than happy to start spreading the word, because I know it's going to benefit them. And at the end of the day, what we want is all of our children to be happy, regardless that you're in a one-parent household or a two-parent household, and you want to make that transition as easy as possible for the children, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
Exactly.
The more issues parents can resolve on their own, the more that they can take these, what can be very, very stressful co-parenting issues and relationships, and keep those things sort of in one place so that they're able to focus on them, and then have the peace of mind and knowing that they don't need to be keeping up with all this stuff, that if anything does come up, it'll all be there.
Well, I'll tell you, Stephen, thank you so much for having created this. I think you're doing a wonderful service for the community in general, because I know so many people will benefit from this who haven't started using it already. I'm sure they will start using it after this. Where can we find out more information?
Talkingparents.com on the web, and then again, you can visit either the Apple or the Google app stores, download the app, and check it out.
Thank you so much. So stay tuned, mi gente. Coming up next, we're heading into the kitchen with Chef James for a round of tasty cocktails and desserts just in time for your next spring gathering.